Hello and welcome. It's Tuesday night. That means it's time for the Midwest Motorsports GT4 series to carry on its season. I'm joined by Aaron Holroyd. Aaron, how you doing tonight?
Doing great, James. Looking forward to watch these guys here at VIR, one of the tracks that I'm hoping to go to this summer when they have a bunch of races coming down. So it'll be nice to see these guys on track and get a feel for the lines they're running tonight.
Yeah, awesome. We got Adam Sondag working the cameras and the overlays tonight, doing a awesome job keeping us the grid overlay. We got Josh Bloom putting it on the pole tonight. Brian Coxon's going to share the front row with him. Jason Phillips in third, and they are in the top of the overall point standings as well. Matt Belton starts fourth, Max Bauer fifth, Walker McNulty sixth. Lynchburg, Virginia's Travis Rowe, racing at his home track, VIR, going to start seventh. One of the founders of Midwest Motorsports, Justin Thaler, is going to start eighth. And our first AM driver is Ian Bacaitis, who is also the AM points leader, is going to start ninth. Jesse Coffey 10th, Ty Williams 11th, Niles Kula 12th, David Stark 13th, Justin Glickner 14th. We have a 28 car field tonight. So it's going to get crowded around this 17 turn, 3.27-mile track. It looks like we're going to get a whole lap. Is that right? For the outlap, or are they starting us off in the middle of the track?
That's correct. We're
They
going to
do.
get a whole lap.
All right. So we get to check out this awesome track. It's got some elevation changes, several places to pass. We're going to the first section here. Aaron, you said you're looking forward to doing some IRL driving around the track. Have you done any racing in the iRacing? And what do you think we're going to see tonight out of these GT4 drivers?
Well, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get the drive out there. I mean, I don't know how likely they'll let me ride a big old lifted Dodge Ram out on the track, but no, I'd love to go out there and see these, and if they have like the little like the track day things, and maybe have a friend that's got a car and go out there with them and see it out. But it's gonna be an interesting race tonight. There's a lot of sections, and based off last year's race here or last season's race, there's a pretty good mix up. Turns one, I believe 1, 12, and 14 are going to be the some problematic areas. It's a lot of fast straightaways leading into sharp, almost U-turn like turns. So these guys are going to be bumping and banging, and we'll hopefully see these guys all be cautious the first two laps, first couple laps. That bit spread out and then find your groove, and then just start hitting your check marks and marking off one drive at a time. Uh, be interesting here. We got Jesse Coffey up in ninth and 10th place, one of those positions, and then Justin Glickner. As we recognized before, these two often find each other in track and will race side by side for the majority of it. So we'll see that keep that streak going. I think we're at three races now where they finished right next to
Yeah.
each other. Um, so it'll be interesting to see this. I got a couple of new paint schemes. I don't know if I've seen the STP Aston Martin before, but that's pretty cool paint scheme. I believe that's Matt. Well, that might be Jason Phillips rocking that tonight. Actually, no big ass fans for us tonight, so we'll be seeing those cars. And Ian Bacaitis, like you said, starting off in the first of the amateurs, and Josh Bloom trying to get back on his race winning ways. Last week did not run the race. Max Bauer came by and took a nice victory. So we'll see if these guys play it out there fair and see what these guys mix up with.
Yes, sir. Going down the long back straight, headed into the roller coaster before turning onto the front straight where we're going to get it underway. I'm real excited to see Josh Bloom and Brian Coxon, Jason Phillips. They've been one, two, three almost every race this season. Max Bauer starting sixth, only on the third row. So it's 60 minutes. We're going to see at least one pit stop, and anything can happen. I believe they're going to get into some lap traffic pretty early on. And like I say, with 28 car field, um, the top 15 are all pros. So it's going to get madness. There are a couple of cars missing. So hopefully they can get their internet or pit lane starts. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's
I
what
believe
I'm
we have a
checking
couple of
with.
pit lane starts. Good looking out, Aaron, recognizing that. So going around a hog pin now, headed onto the front straight, the lowest part of the track, headed up the uphill front straight. Josh Bloom put it on the pole. He's going to start us off. And He steps on the gas pedal. Cars get loud. Jason Phillips right beside Brian Coxon now, and Max Bauer as oh, I'm sorry, Matt Belton and Max Bauer getting up there. So Belton is in the Porsche just in front.
Nope, that's a Mercedes.
Oh, is it a Mercedes? Thank you.
Yep.
I'm watching on a pretty small screen, so you have to forgive me. But I believe Jason Phillips does a pretty good job of as Brian Coxon now looking for that position back. There is a turn called NASCAR. We just went past it. I'll tell you why they called that NASCAR turn, but I think that's why Jason Phillips wanted to run the Richard Petty scheme because of the NASCAR corner. And looking at this, as Josh Bloom goes over, and the whole 28 car field right under your feet into your living room. On Tuesday night, GT4 action. We are underway for 60 minutes. Brian Coxon using all the curbing, and a touch. Oh, Matt Belton gets Brian Coxon wide. Brian Coxon has to hang on to it. There's no traction in the grass. Just trying to keep from a dangerous rejoin. He's going to lose a lot of positions. Ian Bakaitis goes by, and as well as David Stark. So Brian Coxon has dropped down to 11th, now 12th overall. Nope, that's 11th and 10th. So tough break as Matt Belton elbows up on Brian Coxon early. Remember, all first lap 4X and above will be reviewed. I don't know if Matt Belton's going to get 4X for that.
Yeah, that was a pretty sketchy area for Cox to go off on. That's a pretty quick area going through the S's coming up into the
Let's see a replay. Yeah, too wide there, but yeah, Belton just gave him a bump on
yeah,
the
and
rear end. It doesn't
they
take
come
much.
coming to an uphill left hand section, almost a 90-degree left hand. So that's a hard area to get off in the grass on. So kudos to Brian Coxon for not not
Oh,
losing
oh,
it there.
just barely.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're right. It could have been a lot worse. Easy to go off there and into the barrier or spin around and then rejoining under the track on the first lap as well. So hopefully Brian Coxon can settle down, get his nerves back, and we know he's got a fast car. He put it on second. As we got Travis Rowe and who was
Max
that purple
Bauer.
car behind him? Oh, Max Bauer again having a bad start. I believe this is still going to be lap one.
He
So
just
he
missed the
goes in
turn.
deep. This is that right-hander coming into Oak Tree, I believe. Or is this? Yeah. So does he get some help? Let's find out.
Oh, he just straight up misses his breaking point, goes off track.
Yeah, all by himself. And then Travis Rowe went off too. I believe this is one of the corners that Max Bauer said he had issues with. Cold tires. Looks like Travis Rowe just ahead also blew that corner. Once again, 60 minutes a long race. Hopefully they can get it back together.
Well,
Josh
yeah,
Bloom.
smooth sailing for Bloom right now. He's got about almost 2.5 seconds now in the rest of this field, so he's looking to put some distance in between these guys. And Jason Phillips he's got his rabbit to catch.
That's right. Don't look now. Matt Belton and Walker McNulty, two guys that are relatively new to the league. They've missed a couple of races, I believe. So they're doing great up here in third and fourth position. A couple of seconds apart, but still up here in the front. Matt Belton chasing Jason Phillips. Ian Bakaitis and Justin Thaler here. This is a good battle. Remember, even though the points in the pros and the AMs are scored separately, running their own race, each position does count. Aaron, you've described it pretty well about how each position matters, and the more positions you can put between you and your other drivers in your class gives you a huge advantage. So every position really does make a difference here.
That's right. I mean, right now you got Ian Bacchus, he's sitting sixth overall, and Albert Williams, who's the next driver in amateur, is sitting 10th. So it's a big chunk of people to be separating him, and the more separated are, the better. Is Albert Williams is now moving up. I believe we had somebody go off track. It looks like Travis Rowe might have had another off track. He's dropped significantly.
Oh no!
Another incident is just Max Bauer again.
Oh, Max Bauer.
Last turn coming up the straightaway, he's going to take
Oh,
a hard hit in the
punch.
wall.
Looks like he snapped and tried to catch it and missed it. I saw a little wiggle there before he went off. Again, slow it down. Just a little wiggle there, and then
Trying to catch
counter
it.
steering. Yeah, he's looking left and catches it, but too late, and it's gone. tank slapper.
Tank Snapper plus an Advil afterwards.
That's right, a couple of them. Looks like he's going into the guardrail and a broken windshield, I'm sure. And smoke. Oh, not the way Max Bauer wanted his race to go. He's on tilt. He's seeing red. Matt
Was it?
Belton staying nice and tucked in right behind Jason Phillips.
You think Max Bauer's a Chevelle fan? You get that
Seeing
look?
red?
Yeah, seeing red again.
Yeah, definitely.
Looks like most of these guys are trying to get in like little 2 and 3 pack series races. We got first all the way by himself. You got second, third, and running in a pack, and then you got 5, 6, and 7. These guys are Justin Taylor rocking his new paint scheme. Got a little crazy scheme going on here. I helped him design this, and then I gave him all the layers, so that way he can put whatever colors he wants for his main body. And he chose to keep the normal color, just throw little layered decals on top of that thing. Looking good out here tonight. Hopefully, it doesn't live up to
There they are. Okay.
the infamous nickname he's earned in the leagues as a Midwest Motorsports magnet.
Oh,
I'm sure you'll like this stats later on, Justin. Love you, buddy.
he's got the cool elephant Jordan print. Looks awesome.
Right. Yeah. So Michael Odell, after starting in the pits, getting a couple of helps from a couple of people going off track, he's found his way from P27, I believe he's starting now. He's up to P21, so he's trying to make his way through the field. I know he had about a couple, like three to four cars assisting that. So as I'm getting bored now, Max Bauer is going to go ahead and call it a night. Not looking forward to seeing the red today, so he's going to call it a night and try to turn that red off and call for next week. And we'll see. I believe we're actually off next week. Is that mistaken? Let me check that out. But Max Bauer, last week's race champion, is out for the night.
Matt Belton stalking Jason Phillips, trying to find out, trying to plan a move with 52 minutes down. I'm sorry, 52 minutes to go. So Matt Belton is going to be patient and try to find where Jason Phillips is weak and then figure out when to make a move.
Good luck finding Jason Phillips' weak spot.
Yeah, he doesn't have many. But if you like what you see on the GT4 League, you can always join us. We're always open to new members, new drivers in our league. You can scan the QR code on the screen or go to midwest-motorsports.com and check out all the rules. We have oval racing Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And Tuesday night is our GT4 League. So we have something for everybody. Scan the QR code or go to midwest-motorsports.com. Back to the action here. What are we missing, Aaron?
Oh, we got Brian Coxon after starting P2 and having his little off-track excursion now. He's trying to catch Ian Bacallis, the lead amateur driver right now. So he's trying to work his way back up, starting P2 and now falling down to 7th. So we'll see if he gets behind Bacallis here and sets a sail and Walker McNulty. Bacallis doesn't want that to happen because he's got a freight train coming behind him. That's another Albert Williams. Ty Williams sitting in that red, black, and white Mercedes behind him. He's a second-place amateur driver, and he's looking to put the least amount of cars in front of him because ideally he wants to be in front of him. So we'll see if Albert can start his week off here with an amateur victory as he's done before by winning the week races. I believe last week he did win. Did he win Friday Trucks?
I'm sorry, I missed it. No,
Yeah.
Dustin Reinstedt won trucks, I believe.
Okay, so
Um,
Albert Williams has been one of those guys that's won a amateur race in the GT4s as well as all 3 oval races for the weekend. So we'll see if he starts his week off strong. New month, April here. So we'll see if he can get his April off to a good start and try to get Ian Bacallis. He's got about 2 seconds between him and Ian. So Ian trying to fend off Brian Coxon. He's got a
Here he
nice drive
goes.
on the inside. Coxon going to send it down in tight. Hold the white line. Might have gotten a little tap, but nothing of
Nice.
serious significance.
Yep. There goes Brian Coxon up the front. This is your choo-choo train, Aaron,
That's
and
right.
from fourth all the way down to 11th, for single file. I believe Adam has some contact he wants to share with us. I could be wrong. Maybe Adam will straighten us out in the check. Here we go. What are we going to see?
Yeah, Rick Bundren here. Kind of glitching all over the place. We'll see what happens with Rick. Nothing cool. Glitched out. No big deal.
Let's try it again. You can't miss the fluorescent yellow on Bundren here. Oh, that's the turn Max and Travis went off earlier. That long right. I believe that's horseshoe. That's turn one, right?
Yeah, that'll be turn
Just
one. So
tightens up. Yep. You go around NASCAR.
this is David Warman now, another Aston driver. Might be not a favorable Aston track because it's three Aston drivers just having a hard time with the steering of this track. He spins around, gets right in front of John Aston, who's got nowhere to go. Oh, holds it down.
Nice
Okay,
move.
nice move with John.
Heads up driving GT4 drivers. Lives to
All right.
fight another day.
All right, Josh Bloom now holding a 3.5 second after Matt Bellin has gone around Jason Phillips. So I'm not sure if Phillips missed up a section or if Matt Bellin put the move on in a good spot. But now he's cleared Jason Phillips and looking to make some time up on Josh Bloom now, your overall leader. Got 3.5 seconds to the good for him. Looking to extend as much as he can. We got 48 minutes to go. So 12 minutes into this race, we got a big shakeup already. We got last week's race winner. He is out for the night now, and some back and comers who have missed a couple of races leading the charge here with Matt Bellinson's P2. There we go. So this is how he'd already gotten past him at this point. Get crazy replay cameras. Hopefully nobody here has it's a
Epilepsy. It's that new glitch
epilepsy.
effect.
I almost said schizophrenia. I mean, we hope nobody here has that, but epilepsy is probably not as fun to have either.
There we go.
So he
Now,
makes a good move. Yep, takes all the draft away from them and then makes a move. Nice early move in the inside the turn, which is one of the problematic turns of the series.
Turn one. Nice move, Matt Belton, but the race is not over. And Brian Coxon has caught up to Walker McNulty for P5. So, man, Brian Coxon definitely showing some speed. He's got one of his McLaren brethren now in front, and Walker McNulty. Walker McNulty's not just going to pull over and let him go, but I do think Brian Coxon in the blue car has some speed on him. And here's that train that we're talking about.
On the board.
All aboard. David Stark in the New Balance Porsche. The meat of the three-car sandwich here. Ian Bacaitis and Ty Williams behind. There we go. Brian Coxon still trying to figure out how to get around Walker McNulty with Justin Taylor in front. And then it's an 11-second gap up to Jason Phillips. So he's making it look easy now. Each car he passes is going to be a little harder. Lap traffic holding up Walker McNulty in the purple McLaren. Only for a second. I believe that's Aaron Mitchell. Thank you. Good looking out, Adam. Appreciate you, brother. And now Brian Coxon looking aggressive. And Walker pulls away there. Nice move. As they come up on the oak tree. Important to get a good run out of here. See if he can tuck in right on the rear bumper of Walker. and get a slipstream to try to catch Justin Taylor, who's only pulling away now, 15 seconds ahead. "15 minutes down, 45 minutes to go. Up front, it's all Josh Bloom, 4.4 now, and another 4.7 back to Jason Phillips. So shout out to Matt Belton, looking good here.
Oh, you see who I see in the scoring tower?
What am I missing?
That's our good buddy Michael Sumia. He's come back from the oval racing after trying to make it here
Nice.
last week. Wasn't able to make it. I think he showed up like just 3 or 4 minutes after the race started. There he is, Michael Sumia, rocking the Cabela's
Huh.
camouflage game tonight. Aston Martin.
No
He's one
wonder
of
I
our.
couldn't see him. He was
That's
he was all camouflaged out. He was kind of blended in.
yeah. Whether he's a camouflage, Drax from Guardians of the Galaxy, or John Cena, sometimes it's hard to see those guys.
Right on. Welcome to the Road Race Club, Mike Samia. We're glad to have you, buddy.
Uh-oh. I've seen a name drop down that's not supposed to be dropping. Ian Bacaitis might have had himself an incident going off track, spending about 10 minutes off, 10 seconds off track. So he had a spin. Wonder if that was some
That's
help or
NASCAR.
self-induced in a NASCAR turn. Oh, might have got some
Ooh,
help from Ty Williams.
here we go. Chrome horn.
Mercedes brethren putting the power down. Let's see how close they get. Oh, I think Bellin
No,
might have gotten
I
might
don't
have got a
see
little
any contact.
might have got a little tricked up. I'm sorry about that, Ty. I don't know if you even touched him there.
Nope. This is exactly what they call that NASCAR turn. Richard Petty, David Pearson, and Wendell Scott all came to this track for the very first time to race. I forget the actual division, but they all three had problems at that corner. It was a left, but it's kind of funny how it tightens. It's turn three. If you see it on the track map up top, it's the first left, and you can see it tightens up on the exit before they go to turn four. And they all three parked it there and needed help with the tow truck getting flat towed out of there. So they decided to call that NASCAR turn after all the NASCAR stars came over to VIR and got stuck. And our oval guy got it right that time, Ty Williams. And the road course guy, Ian Bacaitis, just barely got two wheels off, trying to keep feeling the pressure from Ty Williams behind. But Ian Bacaitis is fast. He'll be right back on him. And the same way that Jason Phillips, it's not left the bumper of Matt Belton either. They head up the snake now, past the condos, country club condos.
Oh, Belton, hang on
Elevation
to it.
change. You're a little wide.
Gets
He
him
has to go
stressed.
defensive now. Yeah. Who can put the power down better on the exit? Let's see. Is the gap getting bigger or smaller? Smaller, but only by a little. 100th at a time. Not enough this lap. But Jason Phillips knows. He definitely made a note of that and knows where to put pressure, and maybe can set him up the next time. They come into the roller coaster now. The roller coaster was designed to be a mirror image of the corkscrew, if the information I read from VIR's website was correct. No reason to believe it's not, but if you mirror image the corkscrew, that's what that section of the track looks like. Into turn one, this is where a lot of the guys have gone off, including Max Bauer, Travis Rowe, and many more. Richard Petty, STP Hood looking good.
All right. So we have Josh Bloom has since pulled still 6 seconds over these guys. See if I'm seeing that right. Ryan Coxon still all the way back of Walter McNaughton trying to pressure him into a mistake. You got Travis Rowe behind Jesse Coffey now. Coffey may have a couple spots from his start. I believe he started P9 or 10. So now we got this nice little train going here. Everybody's kind of found their rhythm, found their stride. Moving slowly. Got a big field of Porsche tonight. I see as we're gonna walk back, and there's Michael O'Dell after starting P27 up to 15th now. Now he's gonna start to get into harder traffic. Got Taylor Montague back here in 17th. David Warman back in 23rd after his little spin off. Rick Bundren making his way up to Michael Samia now. A couple of Aston Martin brethren. You got Josh Blum still holding down the fort up front. Keeping that Mercedes going the right direction. Putting the power down. Running the fast lap overall at the 1:53.785. One person that's close to him in that time would be the Matt Bell in the P2 at the 1:53.858. So those guys are the only ones that dip in the 1:53 so far. Relatively, just kind of closer around the 1:54, 1:55 mark. Still holding pretty good. Let's see, we got a total of 2 McLarens tonight, about 7 or 8 Mercedes, about 10 Porsches. So we got a big field tonight. 28 cars started, 27 are currently racing. Taylor Montague in the back of our other oval driver, Dustin Reinsettle. The old Demi Hamlin impersonator is probably feeling pretty happy after the nice controversial win for Demi Hamlin this weekend. I'm not sure if anybody else saw that, but I was pretty. It was a pretty early start in my opinion. But I'm not an official. I don't get to make those rules. I can just go ahead and talk trash about it. I know Dustin likes Danny Hamlin, so won't give him too much flack as he's rocking the FedEx scheme out here tonight. Holding out Taylor Montague, but also catching Neil Weston. Not sure if I recognize that now. I recognize the paint scheme. Maybe he took a week off before. I do recognize that paint scheme very well. The New Orleans paint scheme. There's Jesse Coffey catching up to the back of Albert Williams now. Get a good run here from Travis Rowe. We'll see if he puts a move on. Getting right to the back of that BMW. He's going to make the dive on the inside. Try to make the move pass. Up decides to fall in line. He realizes he's still got a half a race to go. If he's going to make the move, he can make the move stick sometime later. Smart move. I might have taken it, and I might have paid the price for that.
Well, you can sure see the rear end of that BMW sliding around on Jesse Coffey at the wheel, and he's got Ty Williams just ahead. So Travis Rowe definitely applying pressure, and man, he's GT4. There he goes. That's all it takes. The door opens. Travis Rowe, move him up a spot. That was turn 1. Into NASCAR we go. And move Travis Rowe up a spot.
So he decided not to make the move in the tight section, let it come to him later on. So good move on him.
It's one of the hardest things to learn is patience.
That's right. There's Dustin Reinsettle, the first of the running pit stops. Go ahead and take his mark down at the 24-minute mark. We'll see 24 minutes. He's going to be able to last 35 minutes down this track with only one stopper. All right, you want to hear some facts there, James?
Yeah, hit me up.
All right, so I'm looking at. I was just browsing around the old lodging availability. So I'm pretty sure this is just a normal one-night stay for if you were to arrive tomorrow at VIR for no reason at all. $182 just for a single night, and that's not even a race night. Let's see since VIR's race is
Not too bad.
Yeah,
We spend $100 for a Holiday Inn.
Yeah. July, August. It was August 23rd.
Travis Rowe again. That white and purple Porsche looks good and looks fast. So what's it going to take on a race weekend?
Consistency and patience. When no, oh, what's it gonna take to get in a hotel?
Yeah, what's it going to take to get a room on the suite?
I don't know because
They have it. Okay.
the days where they're racing, they're all blacked out. I don't know if you can even check them.
Yeah.
They might be. I'm sure they're probably on one of those.
Oh, he's
What do
got
they
some
call those?
speed.
Yeah, look at that speed. That Porsche is carrying a lot of momentum on the inside there. Travis
And
Rowe making the move on Albert Williams. Albert only got one person separating him and the second place amateur Niles Kula. So Jesse Coffey is in between these two guys, and Jesse Coffey is right behind Albert Williams. So if Jesse goes and keeps this momentum going, he can make it right by Albert and start pulling up these guys. Travis Rowe's got about 4.5 seconds to the next car in front of him. Still a little bit of a train going here. These guys all snaking together in little 2x3 sections. You see the background to Jesse Coffey. You got the background Justin Glickner. He's starting to find his way up to that BMW. Glickner right now getting held off by one of the newcomers. I believe that's CJ Barzak?
yeah, you said.
Barzak. So, Nicholas Calgrew having himself an instant T1. Let's see what happens here. As you said before, the BMWs look a little sliding in the back ends. And he's going to go ahead and send it all the way around, try to do his best DK impression and drift king it, but not able to hold the drift properly. Locks it down and takes the inside line away from these guys.
It's a good job of getting it off the track. You got to appreciate that.
Yeah.
I like CJ's paint scheme too, the dual color. But
Yep.
here we
One
are
side's
back
purple, one
second and
side's
third.
white.
Sorry.
No. Jason Phillips still not letting Matt Belton go. Just been keeping a nice, consistent pace right behind that car.
Jesse Coffey on the inside of Ty Williams.
That was like a
Ty
carbon
Williams.
copy of last pass. But
Yep.
that was Travis Rowe. Okay, so Jesse Coffey trying to do that Travis Rowe move. Wasn't able to make it stick with that loose back end of the BMW.
Many different lines you can take out of there. It's all about the exit speed as they come here now up to the snake.
If we stay right here, we can see next section. These guys get to cut some of these turns. These cars will actually get some pretty good lift on the sides of them. Almost look like the V8 supercars of Australia. These guys are kind of hard enough. I almost get where you can get wheels on the dirt there, and you'll get the car to lift up and unsettle pretty good. And it's pretty fun. A little hard to hang on to sometimes. Fun to always test the limits and push the lines in the old test session.
Oh, here's Brian Coxon on Justin Thaler on the inside down into turn one. Let's see if they keep it together. Yes, they both keep it on the black stuff. Into turn three, the NASCAR turn. Brian Coxon is able to hold the position as they head into the snake.
Nope, that was the last turn.
Oh, last one. Okay, you're right. Thank you.
You still got your small screen?
Yes.
Okay, no problem.
It's all good. Thanks.
So this is turn one, which we'll be going up through. Coxon still able to hold that tight inside line as you saw last week. He was one of the guys that hold that white line, the entire inside line of the race. Pretty good at keeping that car tight and making it wide. Coming up to NASCAR here, turn 3 and 4. Taking all the green, a little bit extra. Might have got a little 1x from that. I know if you get in the crash, the dirt there, you can get a 1x there. Madman Brian Cox on the single screen with the laptop. Still knows how to run this race.
Yes.
Plenty of seat time for Brian Coxon.
Got to give him credit for that for sure. holding his own.
It's not about the sim rig; it's how comfortable you are with what you got. Still tell you this much: I'm gonna have this whole nice setup here, but he still puts me to dust.
Yep, and many others.
So, did you catch the race this weekend for NASCAR there, James?
Yeah, I sure did. I was happy to see the wet weather tires held on, held their own, and yeah, we could argue about restart zones, and at least we're not arguing about track limits. And I just hate it for Martin Truex that after leading so much of the race, the money stopped, let him let him down.
Yeah. Unfortunate for him. I don't know. He had like what 230 something laps of the whole race.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jason Phillips pops out. I don't know if he's got enough speed to make it stick. No, but I kind of wish they would let him do competitive pit stops. I thought that kind of took away from it. I know it's a crowded pit lane, but these are supposed to be pros. Hope nobody got hurt. Walker McNulty comes into the pit right at the 30-minute mark.
Yeah, we're gonna see all the pit strategy come into play. So Calgary and Ryan have already done their pit stops on Ryan on lap 12, Calgary lap 15. We got McNulty, Glickner, and Luis Carmona. These three guys are taking their pit stops now.
All right, I did a little research and I found out a little bit about Matt Belton.
All right, let's hear it.
26 years old. He's a pilot living in Tallahassee, Florida. 1 second. He's been sim racing for 5 years, all on his own. Sim Magic Alpha Mini. He wants to hit the podium a couple times this season. Big IMSA fan. And all right, so here's the fun fact. He taught the Virginia Tech drum line. He's a musician and sound engineer and was a teacher at the Virginia Tech drum line.
There you go.
Pretty cool. Welcome to the club, Matt Belton. We're glad you're here, buddy. And definitely showing some speed up here in P2. You got one of Midwest Motorsports champions right behind you. Let's see if he can do the crossover in the pit lane. And Josh Bloom, your leader, also in the pits. He had about a 7-second lead coming in. Let's see if the crew chief does them right. CJ Belton comes in, or Barzak, Barchik.
Yeah, you notice that you got a lot of the Aston Martins coming at the same time. Andrew Willis is the only other Aston that has not come in yet. So you notice these guys are kind of see the cars come at different times with how much fuel they're able to carry. As Josh Bell makes his way back out from P1 into P10 now, just behind Andrew Willis. So the rest of the cars in front of him have yet to pit. Josh Bloom should be able to keep his first place position after he makes his way through these guys. Stops look a little bit longer, so Blum came in with a 30-second pit stop compared to Jason Phillips with the 26 and Matt Bell with the 29. So Phillips coming on the better end of Belton. We'll see if that comes back to hurt him later on, as I assume he didn't either took
Nice
two
catch.
tires or didn't take any at
Yeah,
all.
good point. Matt Belton's inexperience with the league might have paid off, but we'll see if 4 tires makes a difference. Towards the end of the race, maybe Matt knows something we don't know. I mean, I'm sure he knows a lot we don't know, but maybe he knows that 4 tires are better than two. Niles Kula, David Stark, and Michael Odell now. Michael Odell, remember, starting in the pit lane, is yet to pit, but finally making some moves up here. And the pit lane start was after spinning on his own on lap 1 there at Zandvoort.
Here we go.
And now he comes into pit.
That almost got hairy there. I just saw I saw David Stark
David
all over the
Stark.
back, and that was cool though.
Yeah.
Brian
Brian
Cox in
Coxon
the
in.
green.
Remember, he just passed Justin Thaler, so I think Justin Thaler is also in the pits. There he is.
Yep. P1
Jesse
to become
Croft.
in.
So it's back to Josh Bloom now as he crosses the line, retakes the lead. Into turn one, he goes all by himself, 5.2 in front of Jason Phillips. And look at Brian Coxon. Is he pulling some pit strategy here? Coming out in fourth. What a, after going off like that, and now to only be 13 seconds back. Pretty awesome.
Yeah,
And
I
oh,
mean,
Travis Rhodes got to work on Jesse Coffey all over again. Sorry,
yeah.
Aaron, I didn't mean to interrupt you there. What were you going to say?
I was like, out of all that trouble, Cox only ended up losing just 2 spots now after the pit stops and him working his way back through the track. So, not a bad night to come go from an off track at a very bad section and lose all the way down to 10th or 11th place and make his way back up to fourth now. He's got about
Oh,
14 seconds between him and somebody else. As we got Albert Williams not able to
oh,
hold the car at the
turn
moment.
one.
Keeps it on
Whoa,
though. That's
what
not
a
easy to do.
save.
That is not easy to do. That's almost like an off-cambered grass area, so hard to catch that.
Great skill there by Ty Williams. But now Travis Rhodes got to work his way around Jesse Coffey again and Michael Odell working on CJ Barchett.
Odell, remember
I'll reach
started
out to
the pit.
CJ.
Yeah, Odell started in the pit
Right.
lane. Now he's sitting P12, so not a bad night. He's made his pit stop, so this should be everybody's pit stops done and over with. Now it's back to last 23 minutes here of racing.
CJ is also a pro, so this is pro versus pro. Mercedes versus Aston Martin. I'll reach out to CJ this week, and hopefully we can find out some more about our new members. We love seeing a car count increase here at Midwest Motorsports, and we've seen some really clean racing. You know, I haven't seen too much contact. Michael Odell, CJ lifts on entry just to let Michael go and try to catch back up. I think that was turn one, right? All right.
Uh, right now,
Here is Ian
no,
Bacchus and David Stark, right?
there's Ian because that's Carmona.
Carmona, thank you.
Yeah, Luis Carmona with Dustin Phillips, Dustin Reinstead. I'm sorry, right behind him.
Okay.
So train about 6 cars. Reinstead in P17 overall.
Good show for Dustin. Remember, he pitted. He was the first one to pit way early as soon as the pit window opens. He comes in. Dustin Reinstead often gets a 0x, but he's working all the bonus points that he can. Right? And Luis Carmona, Porsche looking back at Dustin in the Mercedes. This beautiful VIR track. Got a little choo-choo train going here, and Neil Weston in the spirit of New Orleans, gold, green, and purple.
Looks like VRR's claimed their second car for the night. Aaron Mitchell in number 17. He's caught a night after a recent crash going off track. So hate to see another one drop, but that's a part of racing. And sometimes the track's just not working for you tonight. Maybe to find out and come back in 2 weeks. So we're off next week.
Yeah, you got to remember we're here to have fun. Everybody wants to have fun. As soon as it stops becoming being fun, you got to know when to put it in park. And these guys are having fun two by two all the way around. I know Andrew will be back. We look forward to seeing him. Doors open. He knows that. Ty Williams in the snap-on Mercedes trying to regain that position on David Stark that he gave up, dropping two wheels earlier. Currently second in the M division behind Niles Kula. There's Neil Weston right behind Dustin Reinstedel. Part of this train. Taylor Montague right behind Neil Weston. This is further back in the field, but these guys are racing just as hard as everybody. Neil Weston is a pro. Andrew Willis is a pro. Everybody else in this group fighting for AM points. There's Niles Cooler with who that's Michael Odell right behind. Oh, as CJ goes off, does he gather it back up? That's Oak Tree. That's going to hurt him. David Stark is going to get a good run down the long back stretch. Side by side they go into the roller coaster. Let's see. CJ gives up the ghost for now. David Stark, move him up a spot, just outside the top 10 to P12. On to the main straight. Michael Odell right on the bumper. Now Cooler goes wide. Michael Odell, move him up a spot. But great car control by Niles Cooler to pull over, not lose too much lap time. And even though he drops back a spot, moves Michael Odell up into the top 10. Justin Glickner now just ahead.
Mike Odell, man, you gotta know he's been on a tear. I mean, he's got a 158, 153.8, so he's slowly each lap ticking away. His last lap was about a second and a half faster than Justin Glickner and about on pace with everybody else. So Nicholas Calgary is serving a drive-through for a 15x. So he's gonna do his little short drive-through, take the long line down the slowest part of the track, and come back out in P22. So didn't lose much time. He was already a hefty apart around behind David Warman, but he just allowed Kevin Mayer and Rick Bundren to catch up to him. So now he's got his work cut out for him. As Kevin Mayer, his front of his board's seen better days. Wonder the back of whose car is seeing the worst part of days as well.
Right, right.
Might have been.
How hard is it to get?
Go
I'm
ahead.
sorry. I was just going to ask you how hard it is to get 15X because we don't seem to see a lot of 15Xs drive-throughs. I know we got some action on the track. We can come back to that, but um, on Michael Odell, Glickner holding strong. If this was the last lap, this would be the race to the line, right? That's the start-finish straight. No,
That's right. Yeah, you're right.
yeah.
The turn
So
one
that's
here.
something else to keep an eye on. Move Michael Odell up a spot to P9 now.
Now he's got a bit of ways to go behind to get to Walker McNulty, who all he has to do is basically just run the laps he's been running each time. Last lap was at a 156, so not the best of laps compared to Odell's 154. So he's going to look to bring his pace back down as you get Dustin Ransetto putting pressure on Neil Weston now.
Side by side, these guys going to be having a great time in their sim rig, smiling from ear to ears. It's so hard to keep your car under control like this, and they're doing a great job. Move Neil Weston up a spot. Dustin Reinstedel not wanting to sacrifice his 0x bonus points.
Oh, is Dustin on a 0x right now?
I'm not sure. He often does.
Yeah.
I can check my live timing.
He's
But
on there?
Carmona, Neil Weston, Reinstedel, Montague, Andrew Willis, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Killer Racing. It's one of the column settings. Back up front, Jason Phillips in P2. And don't look now, but Matt Belton has caught up to him after being a few seconds behind. So Matt Belton definitely has some pace. Josh Bloom is 8 seconds up the road. We're not going to take the hats to victory lane yet. But Matt Belton definitely showing some speed. Oh, Neil Weston goes wide on the final turn. Lets everybody go. Let's see if he had help. Coming down in the last corner. Oh, just 2 car lengths off of the apex there into the marbles. And say la vie, Luis Carmona and the Michelin Porsche goes by. Dustin Reinsettle, Taylor Montague, Andrew Willis. Again, fingertips to get the car back on and not spin. Oh, we got Travis Rowe going side by side with Jesse Coffey here. Travis Rowe in the Porsche, Jesse Coffey in the BMW. He's not going to give up. There it goes. Now Travis Rowe has the preferred racing line. On to the main straight.
Look for
Start,
Jesse
finish
Coffee.
straight.
He's gonna start making a move here on the inside. He's got all that slipstream.
Wow. There's no quit in either one of these guys. Remember, hard right-hander, decreasing radius, gets tighter as the corner goes on. Then the NASCAR turn really hard left. It squares up on the exit, using all the curb. And the exit here, nice. Into the snake they go. Let's see. Travis Rowe has been fast here. There, if you can make it all the way up to the left-hander of turn 10, it's hard to go side by side here. But it looks like Travis Rowe got a little bit of a slipstream as they go under the bridge that's been there since the beginning. Can Travis Rowe do it? Not this time. There's more racing up and down the field. It's hard to know who to watch.
Yeah, just look at the timing tower when the pit strategies came through. Jason Phillips had about a 4-second lead over Matt Belton, and Matt Belton has since closed that up. So we're getting down to the later part of this track. Those 4 tires compared to 2, maybe no tires, might be hurting Jason Phillips now. We'll have to dig down a little bit harder. It's hard to get the context from these. I mean, I wish we could pull guys at mid race, but we also don't want to affect them super much. So we'll try to get some information afterwards, some post information. But Matt Belton, oh, here we go, Travis Rowe. Might have made the move on the inside here, the roller coaster, as he does.
Wow, what a move.
Back, these guys going back and forth. I think this last lap they switched position 2 times. We'll see if Jesse Coffey is going to take it back down the front straight. Look at time to scoring. He has not yet. Back here,
awesome racing. He's looking. Jason Phillips leaving a little bit of room, but also making sure that his Mercedes is as wide as he can possibly make it. And Matt Belton laser focused on the rear wing of Jason Phillips.
Yeah,
this is for second place.
Yeah, Phillips is holding Belton up. Phillips had a 155.2 compared to Belton's 154.9. So I'm not sure if that's not the slipstream, but if you're doing anything time-wise, Josh Bloom was at 154.7 compared to Phillips 155.2. So Phillips might be hurting a little bit with these tires. You see the STP car come to some lap traffic. That's Kevin Mayer, P23 in front of him now. So hopefully he gets into that draft and starts pulling up further these guys and pulling away from Belton a little bit more. Belton just going to get the help from having a second car draft. But you got Brian Coxton just looming back there, only 5.5 seconds from these guys. So these guys keep battling, getting up to lap traffic. That's going to bring Coxon up with 10 minutes left to go in this race. Coxon could get back to the position he started in.
Now it's cool. David Stark here with Ty Williams right behind.
Yeah, that's P1
Guys,
and
good.
2 in amateurs.
Wow, awesome. So David Stark has caught Niles. Oh, David Stark's pro.
Yeah,
So Albert Williams. Yeah, it's
correct.
okay. It's all good. Niles Cool wants to keep that distance between his amateur competitor if he can. Keep that gap big as possible within the points. Um, but Porsche on Porsche.
Yeah, looks like Jason Phillips coming around. I saw the
Oh
red pop
no,
up there. Phillips facing the wrong way. Did he get help, or was he just pressured into a mistake?
the exit of NASCAR there. Let's see what happens. He throws a defensive line. He stays wide.
So Belton's going to dive it in here tight.
Do they touch? Oh,
Looks like some net
oh,
code touch there.
that looks like net code to me, man.
It's hard, man. You got 1 to 0s not lining up. You got one car going slower, another car going
Oh,
faster, and it's iRacing's predictiveness not
yeah.
working to the benefit there. What can we do, man? It's sim racing. We do what we can at this point, and we just live to keep driving. And now, right now, with that incident happening, Niles Kula is the sole driver in the field that has the ability to get 10 extra bonus points for not having incidents. I hope I don't put the commentators curse on him. That's happened before. So, Niles, if you watch this later on, it's not my fault.
It's Aaron's fault.
No, it's not.
Oh, and I hate it for both of those guys. Matt Belton probably can't feel good, but he is racing there. He has to move when you get a chance. So move Brian Coxon up a spot to P3, right?
That's right.
And
He's got one more to go to get his starting position.
5 seconds to Matt Belton. There's CJ,
So
Kula,
this,
Stark, Ty Williams.
yep, this is coming up to the amateur overall now, because we got Josh Bloom with the hefty. Oh, Walter McNulty, your buddy,
Oh,
finding himself facing the wrong way.
he was having a great run going today. I remember Eric Foss got it wrong here too. He's
Yep,
all by himself.
just
Just
a little wide
not.
entry getting out of the marbles.
Oh, a lot of curb on that one. Then downhill, that's the mirror. Oh, he's Formula Drift style, and around she goes. He thought he could save it. I got it. I got it. I got it. I got it.
I don't
I
got
don't got it.
it.
Oh, we'll see if he rejoins by, yeah, facing the right way. You got to be careful here. Good job, Walker. Be safe. And now you're clear if you go. Good job. CJ gets around him, I hope. Yeah, nice work. Good job, everybody.
Oh, Niles Kula picked up a 2X. I gave it to him. Sorry, Niall. But now Albert Williams has got past David Stark. So now you got amateurs 1 and 2 within half a second of each other, fighting for
Yeah.
P10 overall. There they are. There's your lead amateur drivers. They've got themselves a fairly large gap back to Ian Bacchius, who's your overall series leader. So he's not going to have himself the best of nights. We'll see. We'll go to the stats page real quick. We'll try to pick some of that up.
Yeah.
Ian Bacchius, he's got just shy of 300, or just shy of 400 points over Albert Williams. As they stand, it's hard to put these numbers together. Let's see how these work out.
Nice, Adam. Well, you know, it's all good. I know Ty Williams was hoping for better, but everything at this point is a plus, and Ian Bakaitis, your amateur points leader, still in third. But 3 drivers between he and Ty Williams here, so Ian Bakaitis might not be the points leader after this race. Now there's only 2 in between them. Oh, it's CJ and Walker going at it. Looks like Walker's cleaned his tires off. And these 2 guys are going side by side. A couple of guys missing. Francis Faustino not here. But heads up driving for CJ Barczyk, not losing any impetus to want to keep racing hard. Walker McNulty right in the draft. We're coming up on 4 minutes to go. Less than 4 minutes. Walker McNulty on the outside. CJ holding a tight line to go into Oak Tree. Walker side by side on the exit. Not enough for a slipstream. Side by side is going to be hard to make the pass unless you got a better run. Walker making his car as wide as he possibly can. Is CJ going to lift? Yes, he has to get back on the racing line. Pokes his nose out, makes Walker think about him, and maybe not the corner, but Walker's seen that trick before. Then the roller coaster they go, and Ogpen one more time before making their way onto the start finish straight. So it's going to be maybe this lap and one more, if I'm reading it right.
Based off
Josh
lap
Bloom,
times, yeah.
lonely drive. What was that, Aaron?
I was saying based off where Josh Bloom is, we're probably going to get finish this lap and maybe one more.
Matt Belton a full 11 plus seconds back after Jason Phillips got net coated around. So Brian Coxon currently P3. 4 more seconds to Jason Phillips and Justin Thaler. Not bad. I think if you told Justin Thaler he'd be in the top 5, he'd probably take that.
I hope he didn't curse Justin.
Oh, no. He's good. He's a pro. Jesse Coffey currently P9. Ahead of Travis Rowe. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Travis Rowe's ahead of him. Thank you. I was reading that wrong. Ooh, there's Ty Williams on Niles Kula. This is for the AM win. So this is a great battle here. We might watch this to the finish.
That's a significant point right here. These guys, the winner out of these 2, whoever finishes 10th, if Bacchus does not catch up 5 seconds to CJ Barzak, these guys were getting a 125-point swing closer to Ian Bacchus, depending on who finishes. Albert Williams right now sits second place overall, about 300 points, 350 points down, and Niles Kula sits third. So these are your third and second place drivers who are flip-flopped. We'll see if Niles can go ahead and get the max points he can get himself closer to Albert Williams, and then both of them each a little bit closer to Ian Bacchus, who's not having the night he wanted to have. Oh, Albert puts the pressure on now, right on the back
Yeah,
bumper
buddy.
of Niles.
If you didn't know, I'm here. Now you know. Into the snake one more time, I think. Yep.
Josh Boom is
Taking the white flag and checker
taking white flag
flag.
now. Let's see.
Congratulations, Josh Bloom. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Now you can take the hats to victory lane.
Oh, okay. Now we're on last lap.
Okay, I thought I saw a checkered flag up there. That's just the gap. Sorry about that.
Let's see if we see it. These guys are right now fighting for an overall amateur win. Back here in 10th, 11th. They're gonna have one more hole lap to dig it out. Watch for Ty Williams. He does like winning. Let's see if he can start his April off right with a win here over now Skula. Turn one. Part where he can't go deep here. He gets right on the back of Niles. Carries a lot of exit speed. Did get a little bit of wiggle from here. Coming in NASCAR now. Taking the white line in. Niles taking the defensive entry. Allowed Albert Williams to get right up back. He's gonna make the move on the inside here. Gives him a nose.
What a move.
Gives him a big
That is full
nose.
send. Niles, get him back. Oh, no. That was full send. Yeah, thanks, Adam. Let's watch that one more time. Here he comes. NASCAR up ahead. Nope. We're past NASCAR. The left hook, he just goes in.
I
He's
think
got a door. He's there.
I
I
think
mean,
Albert might
you
have been
got to give it to
surprised.
him.
Albert might have been
Yeah,
surprised that break. Look at he breaks a little earlier to me.
but he was all the way at the apex side by side. I don't think that's dirty. There he
No,
is there.
I think he tried to
That's
do
just
the
good
old
hard
Fernando.
racing.
I think he was trying to do the Fernando Alonso break.
Yeah. What a move. That's going to make the highlight reel.
Oh yeah.
Congratulations to Josh Bloom.
Sorry, Bloom didn't get to see Kraut's finish line. We had a big battle out there for the amateurs. Matt Bellin did hold up second place, and Brian Coxon,
Nice
after
job.
lap one, coming back to 11th or 10th place in lap one, making his way back up to P3. Michael Dale from a pit lane start to an 8th overall. Started
Not
out
too
22nd.
shabby.
Albert Williams, the Georgia man, the oval guy, coming back here and getting an overall amateur win. Ty Williams holding it down for his oval pole guy here. Getting the overall win for the amateurs. David Stark coming in 11th. Then a hurdle of cars. Walker McNulty now as cool as CJ Barzak. Ian Bakaitis coming back into P15. Series leader. David Warman coming back to P16. Andrew Willis getting 17. You got Luis Carmona, Tyler Montague, Dustin Reinsetto, and Nicholas Kaguru. The last of the cars to not go a lap down. All right, as we're joined with the man himself, Josh Bloom, the overall race winner, pro race winner, but more importantly, the overall race winner. How'd your race go out here, Josh?
Well, it went about as perfect as I could ask for. Got to jump off the line, which was my main goal for this race because I tend to get pushed around at the beginning a little bit. Got a great jump, and I knew that my pace was just a little bit more than everyone else, so I kept it clean, and from there just kept the gap going.
Yeah, man, you had yourself a good start. Guys got kind of mixed up behind you. I mean, at one point I got a little scared because Brian Coxon was off track into one of those left-hand 90 degrees before Oak Tree. And I was hoping to God he was going to keep on the grass and not take out everybody else in front of him. And I happened to be you that were going to be the first car in front of him. So I was like, oh, please don't get into the side of me or Josh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think I didn't really notice too much what was going on behind me. I noticed that Jason got a jump on everyone, which is what I really wanted. I mean, to be able to use a guy as a good reference point on how everybody else is doing behind you is
Yeah.
really valuable. I wasn't chasing lap times or anything until the very end there, but just a well managed race.
Yeah, James, you got something
Yeah,
for Josh?
yeah. Josh, man, what a race. Congratulations. Almost a perfect weekend. He did not get the purple lap. That goes to Brian Coxon. But otherwise, when you're all alone by yourself up there, how do you stay focused? Is it hard to, when you don't have a lot of pressure from the back, to remind yourself to keep the pace, that there's a reason you're out front? Or was it just like taking candy from a baby in these Midwest Motorsports GT4 cars?
No, I mean, I always wanted to manage the pace to the people behind me. And so what that does is it kind of keeps you focused on a lap time. And I think what ended up being the magic number was a 54 flat. And so it always gave me something to chase. And that's sometimes nice when you're up front because that lap time for me was probably about 90%, 85% of my race pace. And so it was able to keep it focused on keeping that gap to the guys behind and maybe taking a couple tenths out of them. Like I said, not until the very end did I start chasing the lap times, but the Mercedes on this track is a pretty brutal experience. I mean, the tires were really gone by the end of the race.
That's a great way to stay focused. Hopefully, maybe somebody else can take notes and remember they're in that position to a great way to stay focused, man. Congratulations on a great win tonight, Josh.
Thank you so much.
All right, we'll see you in 2 weeks, right? We're off this week. We also have Ty Williams, the amateur winner, makes it to victory lane. Congratulations, Ty. How'd it go out there, man? We saw that last lap move, man. What talk us through it, man. How was it out there?
It was brutal on this. I was hearing what he was saying, and the tires on the Mercedes do eat up. And that first stop, I came in and took 4 tires, and I thought it was a good move until I saw so many people pass me, and I'm like, was it a good move? And um, managed to fight my way back to the front, and fight for the win. In those closing laps, I want to say I was the faster car near the end, and just I had more grip on the track. By the end of that race, tires are done, and I essentially still had fresher tires. And he was backing up his entries a lot so he could get the runoff each straight, and I noticed that lap after lap, and I couldn't do anything about it. And final lap came, and I'm like, well, I gotta go for it. I gotta try something, outbreak, and he yeah, in that same spot where I think him and Stark got together, where I decided to put this brick of a Mercedes to good use and shove it to the inside, and I made it work. I made it work.
Checkers or records, baby. I love it. You got anything,
Yeah.
Aaron?
No, man, it was a good race. I mean, I'm not putting any shame on you about it. I mean, like you said, I saw him. I pointed out that I thought he braked a lot sooner than what you or I would have anticipated. So you had caught, like you said, you caught that a couple laps leading up to that, and you found the spot to dive out. And I know he could see you there, so he turned it a little too sharp, and unfortunately, he paid off on the bad end of that. But you came out here, and you guys both led in front of Ian Bacchus. You guys had a couple cars in between Ian and your guys' self, so you're going to close that gap a little bit more tonight. Have that nice new week off. You get an extra week to practice for the next track. You're looking forward to the next track we have coming up here in 2 weeks, which will be. It's going to be. Oh yeah, Imola. No, that's not Imola. We have Spa. Have you have any experience at Spa?
I do have experience at Spa. I'm hoping that's a good track, especially for Mercedes. Just top speed and whatnot, but just gotta put some laps in, and just see how it goes. This track was definitely a new experience on the GT4 cars, and glad I got some practice in yesterday with I think Jason Phillips' session.
Jason. Yeah.
Yeah, and it really at least got me into the race to know, okay, here's my breaking points and what I can expect, instead of just going into it blind like I've been the last 3 races.
I know
Well, you
about
definitely
turning
look
racing
like a
lines.
pro out there. Yeah, yeah, and great job, Ty. And just to be patient enough and stick it in there. You threw it in there deep. You were wheel to wheel with them, door to door. So I don't think there was any. It wasn't a dirty move. It was a great racing move and very strategic. And the timing was absolutely perfect, waiting to the last lap to do it. So, You're definitely not looking like a Road Series rookie, man. Congratulations on a great win tonight, Ty.
Thank you. Yeah, I definitely would have rather like passed completely clean, but it was strategic. I don't know. It was
Easy for you
smart
to say.
about. It was smart about backing up the entries and getting off the corner as well, and I'll give him that. But um, I had to go for it, and I made it work, and I didn't move up the track like that. I really kind of cut the track a little bit, um, but that's
Oh, that's
because
perfect.
I got turned into, and I had to make it work. It was either there or in that chicane all the way up in the back, and I don't think
Yeah.
that one would have worked out very well for either of us.
Great job, man. Congratulations again on another fine race, man. We'll see you in 2 weeks, Ty. Good job.
Thank you. I'll see you in 2
All right.
weeks.
Yes, sir. Look forward to it. Man, we saw some great action tonight. These UT4 guys put on another show, man. Thanks for joining me, Aaron.
No problem. Always glad to be here. Looking forward to taking a week off and coming back to Spa, one of the big, fast, long tracks. So we'll see some of the high race bankings, and I'm sure to see some fireworks there as well.
Look forward to it. For Adam Sondag and the cameras, thanks a lot, Adam. Great job tonight. Josh Watt running the broadcast and stream and iRacing race control. Thanks to everybody that helps volunteer. For Aaron Holroyd, I'm James J. Reminding you to stay in your lane. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
Choo choo.